G. Ward. He takes on the man with the lethal jab, Rubin Mr. Hollywood Williams. Let's take it ringside to the two men calling the action, Rich Marotta and Sean O'Grady.
All right, Chris, well, I know I'm excited about it, and this fan gathering here tonight, many of whom came out specifically to see Andre Ward. They've just been having a great time from what they've seen so far, but now they're ready to really crank up the noise here in this building as we get ready for Andre Ward and Rubin Hollywood Williams. Now, Andre Ward obviously has been getting better with every fight recently. He really showed some dramatic improvement, I thought, at the end of 2006, and so he's coming on now. But it hasn't always been necessarily a smooth ride all the way.
It has not. The big critique for Andre Ward has been that he hasn't really fought anybody. He hasn't really been in that defining fight. But there have been certain moments where he's been in some trouble, and he's kind of weathered through the storm. He brings that experience into this fight with him tonight. Remember with Ashworth, a little bit of testiness there. He wasn't quite sure, and then when he fought Kenny Cost in his second pro fight, he got hit with some good shots. He got hurt, but he came through it to win the victory. And in his last fight against Roger Cantrell, he showed poise. He was calm. He was effective with his punches, and he knocked out Cantrell in the 5th round. He's really putting things together now, and he looks like a world beater.
Well, he certainly did look very good in that fight with Cantrell. But tonight, it's a big step up for him, and everybody knows it, against Rubin Hollywood Williams, former challenger for a world championship, who gave a great account of himself against Jeff Lacey. But much of this night is about Andre Ward, and the fact that is this year, 2008, the year that he is finally really going to break through. He thinks about that. He thinks this is the year that he makes his big impact.
You win not by chance, but by preparation. Faith without works is dead. Success occurs when opportunity meets preparation. I started boxing when I was 9 years old. I just had a passion to win and be the best at whatever I did. And I made a pact that if I started it, I was going to keep at it, and here I am today.
Fighting out of Oakland, California.
Out of all my amateur fights, I've lost only 5 times. Needless to say, I don't like to lose.
The 2004 Olympic gold medalist.
Winning the gold medal was just amazing.
Andre Ward has not lost a fight since 1998.
He is undefeated in his campaign to the professional ranks.
There's definitely pressure with being an undefeated contender, and there's definitely pressure being an Olympic gold medalist, but our goal is just to continue to commit to the process.
Please welcome the undefeated...
I want to be the greatest boxer in my era.
Andre Ward!
Uppercut, right hand drops it. Andre Ward on the attack.
Too sharp a punching.
A win against Rubin Williams, it'll definitely take me to another level. Yes, on paper, this is the biggest test. I'm up for it, I prepared for it, and by the grace of God, I plan on overcoming this one as well. My plan is to not let him stop the progress that we've been making. I'm eating, sleeping, and drinking Rubin Williams right now.
Big left hand by Andre
I can't even
Ward.
think about what's after.
Ward is doing what he wants now.
I try to challenge myself every single day, not by chance, but by preparation. I feel like I'm ready to take my career to the next level. Faith without works is
This is all part of the makeup of Andre Ward.
Determination and my focus is always there. Success occurs when opportunity meets preparation. I've always had a determination to be the best.
This guy hasn't lost a fight since he was 14.
My goal is to hopefully just look back one day and just stay focused. Say, you know what, you had a pretty good career. Let's step along the journey, become a world champion. I will reach my goals.
And I tell you, you watch that and listen to Andre. He's really one of the most mature young athletes that I've ever been around. He really gets the big picture. But tonight, there's a guy out to spoil the party, and that's Rubin Hollywood Williams. Now, Rubin's coming off a bad fight against Alan Green, but he had been inactive for about a year. Prior to that, of course, he's had great fights. He had a world title opportunity where he gave a great account of himself against Jeff Lacey, a draw with Antoine Eccles. He's been in against the very best in the division, and one thing he brings to the table is maybe the very best jab in the business.
You know, it's all a learning experience for Andre, and let's see how he attacks with this jab. Somebody that can jab with him, and we'll have to see that if he can do that. Here he is, Williams, in his fight with Lacey. He was utilizing that jab really well, and for somebody in a position of Andre, we got to find out what he brings, what happens to him when he gets jabbed like that, like Williams can jab. Williams is no slouch, but I do think Andre is the best young fighter in boxing today. I'm really excited to watch him fight tonight.
Big question going into the fight, of course, with the quality of the Rubin Williams jab. Can Andre Ward take that jab away from him tonight?
You know what? He's been real effective in the past in doing that with people. Let's see how he handles it if he can handle it and come back with it.
All right, so that'll be one of the main keys of the bout tonight in terms of strategy. And these fans now are getting ready. They're getting ready to greet the fighters. The ring walk's about to occur.
Middleweight division. First, introducing the red corner. Out of
situation. He fought a big Las Vegas fight against Jeff Lacey. You saw the highlights of it. He did very well before he was stopped later on in the fight. He brings a very good record into the bout, 29-3. What he needs to prove is that fight against Alan Green, his last fight, was an aberration.
It was a fluke, but I'll tell you what, he's from Detroit, Michigan, and everybody in Detroit, Michigan can fight a little bit, and some people can fight a lot. He's been around the block. He knows what he's doing inside the ring, and he's going to try to go into this fight and teach some things to Andre.
All right, so it's youth versus experience. That was the experience. Here comes the youth. All right, here comes Andre. He's got all his fans behind him. Sean, I don't know what exactly your first breakthrough fight was as far as really jumping up the ladder. But what do you think Andre is?
My pro debut.
What do you think Andre's feeling now tonight?
I know he's feeling this. You know, that is the greatest feeling for a young boxer. What he's got to do for here is really has to focus more than usual. Really got to focus on his opponent. I know he will. But what a great feeling that is when every eyeball in this arena is on you. Everybody's talking about you, and you are the big man. Now, in contrast, how does this affect Williams? Does Williams come in here and just say, you know what? I've really got a big boost here because all the pressure's on Andre, it's not on me. Everybody's here to watch him win. I just need to go in there and do my thing and try to win this fight. He's got a lot of pressure on his back.
So a lot of nuances in this bout, but then of course they're just the straight out numbers, so we'll check the tail of the tape between these two fighters and let's see how they line up statistically. As you can see, less than half of the professional fights for Andre Ward with Rubin Hollywood Williams. Their height is the same, a little bit of an edge in the reach to Williams. That may really help his jab. And of course, a big difference here, and you'd have to say it's an advantage, Ward in that age at 24, Williams at 31. What will he bring to the table here tonight? Can he bounce back from his bad fight against Alan Green? So we are just about ready for action here in our main event. It should be a terrific bout. Let's go up to our ring announcer, Danny Miller.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the HP Pavilion in San Jose, California, Silicon Valley Sports and Entertainment, along with Goose and Tudor Promotions, presents the American Metal and Iron Fight Night at the Tank main event, scheduled for 10 rounds in the super middleweight division, with referee John Shorley, judges Steve Morrow, Marty Salmon, and Mike Tate. First, introducing the fighter in the red corner, wearing the blue trunks with the white trim, weighing in at 171 pounds. He enters the ring tonight with a record of 29-3-1, 16 wins, coming by way of knockout out of Detroit, Michigan, Rubin, Mr. Hollywood Williams. And his opponent to my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks, weighing in at 168 pounds. Entering the ring tonight, perfect at 14-0 with 9 wins coming by way of knockout, the 2004 U.S. Olympic gold medalist out of Oakland, California, Andre S.O.G. Ward. Referee John Shorley.
These are good here. And these are good right there on the line. Okay, guys, for the main event, give me a good, clean fight. Touch gloves, good luck.
Well, into every young fighter's career is that moment of truth when he has to prove that he's got the stuff to get over the hump.
Breakthrough fight for Andre Ward. Really, looking back on my career, my most important fight, Leon, Arturo Leon, when I was fighting a 15-rounder. It was like Andre is. Everybody was thinking about me. I was kind of like the big guy, and fortunately went on to victory. But it is a lot of pressure on your back, and I know Andre is feeling that pressure. But you know what? Andre is so great, concentrating and focused, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Rubin Williams was very straightforward with us today at our fighter meeting. We asked him what's the significance of this fight for you, and he said the significance is I've got to have a win.
Make it or break it. This is his career. You know what? He does have little to lose if he puts up a good fight. If he gets in there and he still puts up a good fight, even if he doesn't win, he still is marketable because other people want to compare themselves to Andre Ward.
There's the first of those jabs from Williams, and now Andre Ward jabs to the body.
Best way to kill a jab is to out-jab your opponent if he tries to jab with you, and or throw a right hand under the jab, right on the short rib there on the left side of your opponent's body.
And Ward with his first hard punch of the fight. You'll notice we talk a lot about Rubin Williams' jab, and it is long, it is hard. But he often puts that left hand down low, and he brings it up. He brings that jab up from the trunk line.
That is an unusual jab. I don't like that all the time. Sometimes I like the hands up like this, like he has them right there, Rubin, and jabs from that position. Down there sometimes is okay, but he's a 73-inch reach. Ward is 71, so he would outreach him with a jab. See that jab down there too. You flick it up too. It's kind of an unusual jab to get hit with. Flick your opponent right under his chin or right under his nose. Hit him in the nose, both your eyes water. Good feint. Look at that foot feint from Andre.
Rubin Williams, very flat-footed. Wide stance, very flat-footed.
Both of them trying to size up their opponent here in this first round. Look at that feint from Ward. Feint your opponent out of position, then make him pay.
Andre S.O.G. Ward. S.O.G. meaning son of God. Very
right here, let him go.
Oh, I thought that was Sean O'Grady. S.O.G. I didn't know. I thought. Yeah.
Sorry to burst your bubble here.
Go, dude. Let him go. Let him go.
Now, not only the jab, sometimes Andre just puts out there his hand just to kind of feint or to put it in front of your vision of your opponent. Try to get him going for your hand and crack him to the right.
Now Ward's starting to reach Williams with jabs, and that would be trouble for Rubin if that's the case. Oh, and a good left hook by Ward. And a right uppercut by Ward.
Ward just faster than Rubin in this first.
Overhand right, falls short by Andre Ward at the bell. We go back into the corner with Rubin Hollywood Williams, 31 years old, out of Detroit, Michigan.
I got it. Hey, Rube, sit back, wait. Sit back, wait. Now, what he doing is trying to get low and basically hit you with and the body. Look, check cookie. Every time you bite with a jab, every time you go down, oh, you check hook. Long, don't short it up. Long hook, and the bang right.
Hey, we just gonna drop that southpaw on. Come on. Okay? Stay focused.
All right, Rubin Williams getting ready now then for the start of round 2. Thought to Andre Ward that last 30 seconds really started to come on.
And really a busy first round, too. They kind of sized each other up in the middle portion of that first round, but fast-paced round for a couple of super middleweights. Patting that front punch, the jab. Put a tap right down your opponent's jab and then jab over his left.
Andre Ward hasn't lost a fight since he was 13 years old. That's a long time ago. Asked him today if he could remember who it was that beat him when he was 13, and he goes, oh yeah, Jesus Gonzalez, blue and gold tournament at Baldwin Park down in Southern California.
Yeah, right away. Only 4 losses in his life, in his boxing life. Really a student of the game, too. Loves the sport of boxing. Good jab, good jab. Nice jab from Andre. Rubin comes back with a jab.
But not busy yet,
No.
Rubin Williams. He was far more busy in his fight with Jeff Lacey. He better get that jab to work, because otherwise Andre Ward is going to pick up confidence and he's going to be out-hustled.
The jab controls everything. The jab is the most important weapon in boxing. It sets up your complete attack. Jab, both offense and defense. Get that jab working, then you can land your right. Then you can land your hook.
Williams a good counter-puncher as well.
Williams was saying
the right hand behind that jab.
Rubin in his last fight was saying in his last fight that he had some ring rust. He just didn't feel right. He couldn't get going. He couldn't get off. I'll tell you what, that jab gets you going. Get that jab moving. Last fight, of course, with Alan Green that we talked about.
Green, a very fine contender in his own right.
Terrific boxer, Alan Green. Hard to get anything going with Alan Green. He is really good.
Williams beginning to snap that jab out now. Andre Ward had kind of a curious look on his face there, a little bit of a smile, and shook his head.
Oh, and there's a cut. There's a cut on the outside orbital of the left eye of Rubin Williams. Blood streaming down. Keep an eye on that. You know, if it's your opponent, you zero in on that blood. Use it as a target. Try to also spin your hands to augment the cut a little bit more.
Half minute to go in round 2. Sean, it looks as though Andre Ward is using his left hand almost like as a kind of a measuring stick out there, looking for the right hand.
Measuring for that right. I mean, just now the right would do well because of where the location of the cut. Remember, that cut is on the left eye of Rubin Williams. So the right hand is the punch that would do most of the damage to that right eye.
Final seconds of round 2. They'll have to do some work on that cut between rounds.
Accidental headbutt.
You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com.
All right, back getting ready now for round 3. Andre Ward, Rubin Hollywood Williams. Williams was cut, corner of the left eye. In round 2, referee John Shorley told us between rounds that it was an accidental headbutt. But Williams will have to deal with that now, and is backing up and backing away from Andre Ward, who looks as though he wants to pick up the pace. First of all, how discouraging is that cut, do you think, to a veteran?
Oh, it's very discouraging to anyone if you get a cut. He's a veteran. He's been through this before, so he puts it behind him. He's focused on the fight. Rubin Williams is. Now, between rounds, the referee, John Shorley, went over to Andre Ward's corner just to say, you know, watch your heads. Accidental headbutt there. Just watch your head. You know, you're so focused in a fight. Many times, I never even knew I was cut when I got cut in fights. So it may be the case, well, he knows now, Rubin does, but it may be told to him by his corner.
Andre Ward switching to a southpaw stance here in the 3rd round.
Something he does not do very often, but he's real effective with that.
Well, he certainly was there, putting a left cross and another straight left cross. He may stay southpaw the rest of the fight. That quick combination. And Andre Ward looks as though he's ready to take control of this fight. And Rubin Williams is not showing what he has shown in the past so far.
Not at all. Kind of in his shell now. You know what? That cut may mentally have done him some damage with a fighter of his background. He's been through this before.
Oh, combination from Ward. drives Rubin Williams into the ropes.
Williams needs to get those hands moving. Remember that jab in the first 2 rounds? It's absent here.
Williams trying to rip a right hand to the body. Has a long reach. But Andre Ward has been able to successfully take that jab away from him here and that reach away from him here.
And that
with
right,
speed.
just on the cut. Look at the left hand now. That's where that left hand is dangerous of Williams, that he keeps down by his leg.
He will jab from there. There it is.
He will, but he needs to be protecting that eye. That left eye.
Nice jab from Andre Ward. Ward drives Williams into the ropes. Williams looking tentative. And Andre Ward picking it up. Andre might be dreaming of a quick stoppage here.
Ward would love a KO in this fight. He would love a KO because of the green fight with Williams. He wants to draw some kind of, he wants fans to draw some kind of parallel with him and Alan Green. He wants to fight the best in the world. Andre Ward.
Going to the final seconds of round 3. Williams tries to drive a left hand to the body. Here comes Ward forward, and there's the bell ending. Round 3.
Good job, baby. Warming up now, man.
Confusion over there in the face of Williams.
A lot better. Hey, listen. Listen what he's doing with the right hand. I mean, look at him do with his jab. He's taking the jab. He's taking the jab, and what's the name? What's the cross your body? Which basically give you motherfucking clear right hand shot. See,
well, this is big shots from Andre Ward. Ward again on the attack. Look at this pressure from Andre. He is pressing the attack, and you know what? Williams has gone into a shell somewhat.
And it was amazing. As soon as Andre Ward made an adjustment here and turned left-handed, Sean, it just immediately paid off for him, just like that. And now you see that the eye cut has opened a little wider. It's going to be tough to overcome in this fight for Rubin Williams.
Now it is in a pretty good position. It's over on the outside orbital, so if it drips, it'll drip down the side of the face, not directly into the eye, hampering your vision.
Back to right-handed goes Andre Ward, and he comes out loaded for bear here at the start of round 4. Ward in the black trunks, Rubin Williams in the blue trunks. As Sean described it, going back into a shell. That's what he did in that last round, and Rubin Williams going to need to pick it up. There's that jab. It can come at any time.
And this is really what he did in his fight with Green. Williams, he was just into a shell. He wasn't real aggressive. He didn't really go. He said he was gun shy. He just couldn't get off. He couldn't. He attributed it to ring rust. I was posing, just couldn't get off. Good jab, Andre. Southpaw stance. Ward.
And remember one thing is that Rubin Williams cut as a result of an accidental headbutt. That takes away the position of being at a TKO situation if he is stopped because of that cut. At the end of this round, we go to the scorecards. Good left uppercut from Andre Ward. Again, back into the left-handed stance. This is the most dramatic difference I've seen for Ward in terms of a fight when he turns left-handed. This has been amazing. He's been much better and much more successful left-handed tonight than right-handed.
And he's got a guy standing right in front of him. It's time to go after him, Andre. You know, time to go after him. Knock this guy out. Looks to me like Williams is posing again. He's looking like he's getting older as the fight progresses.
Left hand to the body that time as Ward changes up. And Rubin Williams almost looks like he's waiting to be hit. He is not getting off in this fight. First round or two, he did have some success with the jab at times, but since then, as soon as Andre Ward turned left-handed, man, it has been a completely new fight. There's a left uppercut from Andre Ward.
Stop. What a weapon. Hey, uppercut.
You're grabbing here, and you're grabbing
hit you under the chin, hit you in the
doing.
Adam's apple, hit you right in the xiphoid complex.
No grabbing, no holding.
Right in the solar plexus.
Williams looks wide open there as he squares up against Andre Ward, but Ward doesn't make him pay. Williams coming in now fairly lax defensively, and that's why he has to pay for it. I'm just surprised that he squared himself up that way with his hands down. Wide open for Ward.
Down around his waist. Williams, left hand dangerous.
Final seconds of the round. Another good round for Andre Ward.
Welcome back to San Jose. The fourth round, it was Ward on the attack. Really careful, cautious about moving in, but he lands with the uppercut, then an overhand left, and the big left, the last punch of the round. It was Andre Ward. He's got a sitting duck in Williams. It's time to go in. Look at this left uppercut. Look at the strength, the muscles, the tension on that shot. What a wicked punch.
The blood was streaming down even more at the end of that last round, and Andre Ward going out fast again. He's been starting these last couple of rounds very quick at the beginning of the round. Rubin Williams backing off. Looks like he's almost in survival mode already.
And it is time for Ward to end the show. And how can he do that? Williams is savvy enough to hang on there. Hang in there as long as you're not putting the pressure on, not really taking him out. Williams will hang in there for 10 rounds.
Ward beating him to the punch with that jab. And Williams looks like a man right now who just can't get off.
He's confused. Look at him. It's manifest on his face.
It's all Andre Ward right now. Rubin Williams is going to have to get his hands moving.
Oh yeah, I asked Rubin today what he was going to do in this fight. He said, I don't know. I know. Been around the ring long enough. I know what to do. See, he's seen Andre a few times in the past. When you see a fighter in the past and they're in the ring, then you get in the ring with him. Sometimes it's not the same guy you saw in the past. You're like, wow, hit it too late. I wanted to know everything about my opponent. Many fighters do not want to know about their adversary.
There's been a lot of talk about the pace that Andre Williams has been brought through his professional career. Stumbled back by Rubin Williams. I met Rubin Williams there and Andre Ward. I combined the two names. The pace that Andre Ward has fought at as a professional, some have been disappointed with the progress in terms of the speed of the career. They feel they should have been brought along a little quicker, but I don't have any argument with it right now. And he pointed to the example of Kelly Pavlik, of course, who took 7 years to become a professional world champion. He brought along to make sure he fought all the styles, all the sizes, all the different types of fighters before. And then when he was ready for the big step up, he was indeed ready.
Yeah. And that's something Andre wants to do. He knows where he is. He hears the critics just like everybody else. I personally think he's a world champion already as an amateur. Now he just needs to do that in the pro ranks. It's a different sport, but he's ready to step up. Obviously, he's not lost a second of this fight.
Hard left hand by Andre Ward, and here comes Ward back again, and Williams is in some difficulty here. He's been hurt, he's bleeding, his fight plan is not panning out.
He's cut, he's hurt, he's been wobbled. Williams has, and it's time for Ward to close the show.
Good jab from Ward, and Andre Ward has turned into the man with the big jab. As he predicted he would.
Check you out, baby.
No counter at this point. Counter jab from Williams. Williams into his shell, but here's why. First round, Williams came out and he tried to throw some jabs. He tried to get that jab working, keep that left hand moving. Even brought it up a little bit in the second round, but it was in that round that the cut happened, and everything changed after that cut happened. All of a sudden, Williams started going into his shell, trying to retreat, going into survival mode, and it's been Andre Ward ever since. Ward peppering the shots like that. His most effective shot has been that uppercut. He's turned to the southpaw stance. He's turned back to the right-handed stance. Been effective in both positions.
Andre Ward, a much more mature fighter now. No knockdowns, but the cut opened at the corner of Williams' left eye midway through round 2. Referee John Shirley told us the result of an accidental headbutt. It's been bleeding a little worse in each round as we begin round number 6. Andre Ward going right to business.
You know, the last couple of rounds, I feel like Andre has really been trying to go after the KO, trying to get the knockout, but he hadn't been able to get it. Now he's connected with an uppercut. He's connected.
Good right hand to the body by Andre Ward. And I've got to say, Rubin Williams said, you know, in his fight with Alan Green, that really wasn't me. Frankly, beautiful jab from Andre Ward. But he said, you know, I felt like an old fighter in there. I've never felt that way before. It was inactivity and ring rust. It may have been that he wasn't being an old fighter that night because he's looking like an old fighter in there now. And he's going to have to pull something out dramatic to change the tempo and the tenor of this bout.
I'll tell you, Rich, in boxing, you don't degrade one fight at a time. It goes all in one round, 1 second, one punch, and one fight. You're old. And it's shot. I've seen it too many times in this sport. Too many kids get one shot and it's done. And that's where Williams is now. He has not had any kind of aggression in the last several rounds. He's getting hurt, and he has square heels.
Beautiful chopping right hand after a left uppercut by Andre Ward. Williams, I think, basically hoping that he can land one big shot at this point, Sean, to turn the style on the tempo of this fight around, that maybe Ward would become overconfident, become relaxed defensively, and give him an opportunity to land a big one that could turn things around for him. But he needs something real dramatic, because he's being dominated right now by Andre Ward.
Being dominated, and I tell you what, these kind of fighters are really dangerous. They're really dangerous because they stay in there and they take all the beating. If you can, you know, knock them out or stop the fight, then they won't take any more beatings. We've seen no aggression at all from Williams. He is definitely an old man here. Old at 31.
Rubin Williams still trying to hang in there and still trying to get that jab to work to some effect. It's been such a great weapon for him in his career. But to be honest about it, he's been out-jabbed here tonight by Andre Ward.
Well, everything he does, every time he reaches out, he gets hit with a combination. So that's why he's gone into this shell. You know, I give him credit because he's tough, he's hanging in there, but this is detrimental to him as a person.
Andre Ward starting to really set down on his punches, I think.
Boy, Andre really good. He's got all the moves, all the punches. Williams sees him.
Nothing to be a force in the 168-pound division. Let's take a look at the ring ratings for the super middleweight division, and that is what Andre Ward is competing in right now. The champion, of course, a fantastic Joe Calzaghe, future Hall of Famer, undefeated, but he's moving up. Don't forget to fight Bernard Hopkins, Mikkel Kessler, Anthony Mundine, Lucien Boutet. There's Jeff Lacey there, and the rest of the super middleweight division, which has Jermaine Taylor right now in the 10th spot. And this is what Andre Ward is hoping he can crash into with a big victory here tonight.
Absolutely. I've talked about Allen, but there, you know, Jeff is another possibility. Or, you know, there's a lot of great talent in the super middleweight division, and Andre Ward should be in the middle of it, in the mix of it.
Williams showing a little more aggression here at the start of the round. This is round 7. Rubin Hollywood Williams in the blue trunks. Andre Ward, Olympic gold medalist in 2004 in the black trunks. I'm Rich Murata along with Sean O'Grady. We're ringside at the HP Pavilion. The best damn fight night period. Tonight's best damn fight night period, by the way, presented by the Forbidden Kingdom in theaters April 18th. Right now, the big show is Andre Ward.
Speed of his punches. Now, in his defense, I mean, you do want to move up as a fighter. You do want to move up, and you want to be successful and maneuver your career. But many times, it's tough to get somebody who would want to face this guy. He's good. He's good. He's hard to hit. He hits hard. very few vulnerabilities. We've seen a couple of times that he's been in trouble, but he weathered the storm, and Andre Ward came back. So it's not always his fault that he's not fighting, you know, the top-of-the-line, top-notch best guys that are out there.
Well, I just thought that really at the end of last year, he really showed marked improvement and development. He TKO'd Francisco Diaz down in Carson, California. Diaz brought a 16-1 record into the ring, and Ward got him out of there with one big shot. And then that fight in St. Lucia against undefeated Roger Cantrell, I thought was a real marked step up for him. And this one again, because this is against an experienced fighter.
Yeah, and you know what he needs? What he needs now is rounds. He needs experience in late rounds, and we have to see what he does in the 7th round. He looks like he's strong here. You know, he has to answer some questions like that.
Setting down in his punches, coming with a right uppercut. Showing a variety of punches is Andre Ward. There's a left hook. Williams in a little bit of trouble right now. Checking his legs. They still look strong. But he is being tattooed by Andre Ward. And a hard right from Ward puts Williams up against the ropes. John Shorty, the referee between the two.
Taking a good look at Williams. I tell you, Williams is too tough for his own good. I tell you, Ward's smiling. He's having fun out there.
Williams trying to answer back, but nothing really to any avail. They're going to take a look at that cut right now. Yeah. I'm not so sure Williams wouldn't mind if the thing
was good. Yeah, this is a good point. This was a great point. You know, Williams is not going to quit. He's too tough to quit. You know, I really hope that the doctor says it needs to be stopped. That he's too tough for his own good.
Well, the fight at this point.
Stop it. The doctor said stop it. Like it. Like it. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
All over, and Andre Ward continues his march up the ladder, but for Rubin Williams, the future probably is behind him. At this point, he did not have much in there tonight. That cut opened early. He was dominated. Andre Ward continues to march up the ladder with his 15th consecutive victory, 10th by KO. Great job. Continuing to show that development tonight. There's Andre Ward. Now, finally, the smile from Andre.
Sure. Well, he needed some rounds. He needed to go into the later rounds. He needed a knockout, which he got. And he answered some questions.
And what must Rubin Williams be thinking? Is he thinking it's all over?
What am I going to do now? That's what he's thinking. What am I going to do now?
All right, we'll be back to get the official specifics on the Andre Ward victory, and we'll get to hear from the former gold medal champion wanting to be a professional champion. Stay with him. Inside now to the arena where several thousand fans have just enjoyed Andre Ward's victory over Rubin Williams. There you see Williams early in the fight trying to get that noted jab of his going, but it really never did get going. And he seemed to get a little bit older each round, and he got cut in that 2nd round. Was ruled an accidental headbutt, but that certainly did him no good at that point. And then Andre Ward in the 3rd round turned southpaw, and as soon as he did, he began connecting with left crosses like that. That put Rubin Williams back up against the ropes on a number of occasions. Drove him across the ring, and look at that quick left uppercut by Andre Ward. Ward delivering that, setting down, getting a lot of leverage on that class. Into the 6th round it went. It was still all Andre Ward. By this time, it appeared as though Williams was in full survival mode. You see the blood streaming down the left side of his face, and Ward was just too fast, too quick, too everything for Rubin Williams. In that 7th round, it just got worse for Williams. He could not answer. He really could not act on the openings that he had. He appeared to be an old fighter in that ring tonight. And Andre Ward, full of youth and vigor at the age of 24, made him pay throughout the fight and basically was putting him away in that 7th round. There's that right hand, once again, right on the eye. They brought him over to the corner, and the fight was stopped by the referee, John Shorley. And the victory goes into the books as a victory for Andre Ward. He is still undefeated. So we can get the official specifics on the bout and the real numbers here from our ring announcer, Danny Miller. Danny?
Ladies and gentlemen, by advice of the doctor, referee John Shorley puts a stop to this bout at 2 minutes, 51 seconds into round 7 for the winner. Still perfect by TKO, Andre S.O.G. Ward.
Time 2:51 of the 7th when the fight was stopped. Andre Ward pitching a shutout tonight. He was up 60-54 on every judge's scorecard at the time of the stoppage. A completely dominating performance by Andre, who is standing up in the ring right now with our Sean O'Grady. Let's find out what the former champ has to say to the future champ. Sean?
Oh yeah, you know that, Rich. Thank you very much. Andre, congratulations.
Thank you.
What did this fight do for you?
First of all, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because without him, this wouldn't have happened. I want to thank the fans at the HP Pavilion. I thank you for the crowd. I hope it can get larger and larger. I love fighting in the Bay Area. Thank you for your support. To answer your question, Rubin Williams he's a classy professional. I told you early on I'm going to have to bring my best game in order to defeat him. I didn't come in with any expectations, any predictions, but just to win, and I was happy with the victory tonight.
Andre, you didn't lose a round in this fight.
Wow.
You got a little bit of a cut on there. How does this fight propel your career?
Well, it goes to the next level. I told you before, you guys asked me about a title shot and the Kawasaki's of the world, and I'm a realist. You got to beat the Rubin Williams of the division before you can even talk about going to the next level. We accomplished that, and now I'm just looking for the next stage.
What point in this fight did you decide, you know what, I've got to go after him, I've got to use more aggression, I've got to try to take this guy out?
Well, I knew the first 3 or 4 rounds I wanted to establish. I wanted to basically, dictate how the fight was going to be fought. I knew some of the crafty things that Rubin did, so I wanted to take my time. I have 10 rounds now. It's no rush, and I wanted to step it up from the 5th round on, just like I did, and hopefully get a stoppage.
And what were you thinking here? We're taking a look at some of the action. What was going through your mind? You're changing to the left-handed stance. What were you thinking?
Man, he's tough. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. But I just had to stay focused. It's a long fight, so your focus can lapse at times. And but true professionals, they stay focused the whole time. My corner, they did a great job. I listened to them, and we came out victorious tonight.
You did come out victorious. You did a nice job going downstairs to the body, but you got a cut as well. Not only Williams, but you did. When did that happen?
I'm not sure if it was a punch or a headbutt.
That was it right there.
It might have been a punch, yeah. But it's part of the game. Jacob Stitch-Duran, he did a great job. There was no problem with the cut. He kept it intact, and it propelled me to victory. So I'm thankful tonight.
Hey, Andre, everybody in the super middleweight division is watching tonight. They're really interested in your career. A lot of people are watching. What do you have to say to the boxing community and to the other super middleweights out there?
Well, you know what? I made a comment this week. I said, trash talking is kind of played out. You're not going to see that from me. I'm just a consummate professional. I want to be a breath of fresh air to the sport of boxing. Everybody talks smack and goes back and forth. I want to be something different, and I want to let people know that you can have integrity. You can represent your God, and you can come in here and be a fierce competitor without the trash talk. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just happy to go to the next level. We'll see what's next.
Boy, isn't that great? You know what, Andre, congratulations on your victory tonight, and congratulations on saying that. It's so great to hear a breath of fresh air in the sport of boxing.
Thank you.
A young man who really wants to do so much better for the sport. I'll tell you what, Chris Rose, I hope you're as impressed with Andre Ward as I am.
The Well Church is in the house.